Being called a weeb generally by someone you don't know well might raise a conflict, except if you don't mind it. But then you once question yourself, is it actually an offensive term? Before realizing that's just what you are, weeaboos. Welcome to Comfort Pep Talk or COPE, and today's topic is the term weeb as a way to classify someone. If you spend ample effort, you'll find that such arguments took place over and over on the internet. In this one, with all the knowledge about this whole pop culture I've got under my belt, we'll go through the definition of the term, why it is used as so, and finally conclude whether it is generally acceptable or the other way around. To know why the question itself arises, we should know what weeb is. And as most of you have already known, it is a short version of weeboo, which is slang referring to a person obsessed with Japanese culture, which includes anime, manga, music, and many more, who is obviously a non-Japanese. Not to be confused with ethnocentrism and xenophobia, which also exist as social issues here and there, but we're not going to talk about that now since I don't want this to get too political. Now that the basic information is out of the way, we know that the term is quite derogatory when someone says it to a person they barely know. Well, of course, if the latter acts like this, then have it your way on the fact. I'm talking about the casual day-to-day interaction, you get what I mean? So after researching a handful of sources and referring to my experience of being a fan of this medium, there has been a shift and generalization of the definition of weeb throughout the years. And to no surprise, this is paralleled with the expansion of anime manga and other J-pop cultures around the globe. And just like almost every other thing that grew popular, they became generalized, bringing the term weeb to be known by the general public as well, or what the insiders call normies. The former formula is proven to be correct for the medium and particularly the term we are discussing. But here comes the twist. Not only the meaning has been generalized, but the same change resulted in a shift of the initial definition of that word into these. Sadly, it doesn't end there. The shift was never helpful to begin with, since the original perception of the very term weeb and weeaboo stay. Not to mention the negative image the community still somewhat retains due to this and that. Which, by the way, I'll talk about that in another session if you are interested, so let me know by reacting to this video. Seriously, don't be passive, please. So, aware of all this, is it acceptable to address someone from this community a weeb? Yes, if the person doesn't mind it. I mean, after all, it's so general that I don't think anybody would feel offended anymore today, or just don't outright call people you barely know weebs, cause no one really knows what will escalate, right? Well, of course, it's dependent on the circumstances, such as when both also enjoy this stuff. As for me, however, feel free to address me as a weeb, anime fan, geek, or whatever term you see fit. As long as it isn't straight up offensive, I don't really care and have it your way. Thank you for your attention. If you do enjoy this kind of monologue from me, please continue supporting me through this channel and feel free to suggest me another topic or matter at hand. Well, until next time.